SpaceX has successfully launched the 8th and final batch of Iridium NEXT telecommunications satellites into orbit. The spacecraft were released an hour and 12 minutes after launch from the Vandenberg Air Force Base in California.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff of Falcon 9.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 props nominal.
T plus 40 seconds and Falcon 9 is on its way with a countdown of the last 10 seconds by Iridium CEO Matt Desch. We're throttling down now in preparation for the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Vehicle supersonic.
RC on countdown 1, first motion time 15:31:33.492 UTC.
Calling out the time there of liftoff over the net.
Position of signal.
We're through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Merlin engines continuing to perform at 1.7 million pounds of thrust. Falcon 9 heading out into the upper atmosphere. We're headed south from Vandenberg Air Force Base, Space Launch Complex 4 East.
MVAC engine chill.
The MVAC engine cheer call out indicates that we have now opened up the oxygen that goes to the pump on the second stage engine, chilling it down for ignition coming up about a minute from now. We're hearing good call outs. Propulsion looks nominal. The trajectory looks good. Now coming up will be rapid fire events. Main engine cutoff. We shut down the 9 Merlin 1D engines. At 2.5 minutes, we will separate the stages. We'll light the second stage engine, and at just a little bit after that, we'll relight 3 engines on the first stage to begin slowing it down for a landing in the Pacific Ocean on our drone ship.
Stage separation confirmed. MVAC ignition.
Stage 1 has entered its flip.
So we've had successful shutdown of the first stage. It's separated. It's doing the flip to reorient, and it's lit its 3 engines to begin slowing it down to come to the drone ship. Meanwhile, on second stage engine has ignited, begin propelling the Iridium satellites as we get ready for fairing separation.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
A lot of events happening. The fairing separate. We've had shutdown from the boost back burn and titanium grid fins slowly extending. That's nominal for those grid fins. Attitude control gas, nitrogen, that's used to orient the first stage. We're coming up 4 minutes into flight. In about a minute and a half, the first stage will initiate a quick re-entry burn to again slow the rocket down as it re-enters Earth's atmosphere. A minute later, we'll perform the final burn, the landing burn, which will decelerate the vehicle to a gentle landing atop our drone ship. Just read the instructions. Now, as a reminder, recovery is always a secondary objective to our primary goal of delivering our customers' satellites to orbit. MVAC-D second stage engine running about 200,000 pounds of thrust in the vacuum of space, the nozzle glowing red hot. That's nominal for that nozzle. We're about half a minute away from the entry burn. This one will also be a 3-engine burn. That'll slow the vehicle down as we go to subsonic speeds, and then eventually a final burn a little bit after that to land on the drone ship.
Stage 1 entry burn has started.
Call out the entry burn on stage 1 is started. 3 engines up and running.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
And the entry burn shut down called out over the countdown net, as you heard.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Everything continuing to look good. First stage entry burn has ended. We're less than a minute until the third and final landing burn, followed by touchdown on the drone ship. The first stage descending back down through the atmosphere as it's coming up on the cloud deck.
Drone ship AOS.
Drone ship AOS means the drone ship has acquired the signal.
Landing burn has started.
Center engine has lit. We're slowing ourselves down, preparing to find the drone ship right underneath us. And we're getting the signal dropout, which is not unusual.
Following main engine cutout and stage separation, the first stage of the Falcon 9 successfully returned to Earth, landing on the SpaceX drone ship. Just read the instructions, which had been pre-positioned downrange in the North Pacific Ocean.
Falcon 9 has landed. Landing operators moving to 11.1
There you go. We heard the call out from recovery. Falcon 9 has landed on the deck of the drone ship. We can confirm we're down with the first stage. We're pressing on the second stage mission. Currently, trajectory looks good. We've begun throttling down the Merlin vacuum engine, maintaining the G-load on the Iridium NEXT satellite.
The 10-satellite payload means all 75 Iridium Next generation telecommunications satellites are now in orbit. The Iridium satellite constellation circles the planet with 11 satellites in each of 6 orbital planes, providing direct-to-phone mobile satellite communications.